Thank you all for coming. We are here tonight to celebrate Chris Hildenbrand and his work on the town board. Yay. So we have lots of nice things to say about you. I want to turn the mic over initially though to Chris Burdick, who came to also say nice things about you, our state assemblyman. So thank you for coming. Good to see you.
Thank you, Lisa, and good to be here. Happy holidays to everyone. And, you know, I just want to go back for 2 minutes that in the days when I was supervisor of the town of Bedford, you know, like any municipality, you have your, shall we say, robust and vigorous elections. But in the end, we need to recognize that those people who put themselves forward, doing so with the best intent, with the best interests of the municipality, of the town, of the community in mind. And that is absolutely true of Christian Hildenbrand.
That's right.
He put himself out there. He wanted to serve. He served well. He served in so many capacities for this community, for which he can be very proud, his family can be very proud, and the community can be very proud. So it truly is my honor to present a citation that comes on behalf, and I'm doing it on behalf of the New York State Assembly in the powers vested in me to issue this, and to recognize the tremendous contribution that Christian has made to the community and as a member of the town board. Christian.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And thank you for the opportunity, Lisa.
Wow, that's great. Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir.
I've seen you and other assemblymen give these out over the years at our Little League parade, but never actually looked at one. So thank you. I appreciate that. Do I now need to say something? I'll just say thank you. Thanks everyone for coming. Lisa left me a voicemail, I don't know, a week ago. And I was so busy, and I saw it, and I thought I'll return it later, but I didn't listen to it, unfortunately. And then yesterday I said, yesterday I think I said to Kathy, you know, I'm so busy at work, I think I'm just gonna have to blow off this last town board meeting because I just got too much to do, and the agenda is pretty light, so I'll just try and call in. And she goes, no, you have to go. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, well, I'm going, so you have to go. And then I realized, okay, I guess there's a thing. So thank you all for being here. You know, all of the faces I see on town staff and others are the reason that, you know, I enjoyed the last year so much. You know, as Assemblyman Burdick said, you know, I did this for the reasons that he described. I love our town. That's it, nothing more. I loved doing the work. I loved working with Ed and the rest of town staff, rolling up our sleeves every week, and, you know, tackling the issues that come up. And it was rewarding, and I'm so happy to have served the town. So appreciate your support. Thank you for this, and you know, good luck to the new town board coming in next year.
We're not done.
We have a lot of work to do.
I got a lot more stuff to say.
There you go.
All right, well, thank you. Have a good night, and I'll see you later. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay.
Thanks, Chris. So, Assemblyman Burdick has another engagement he has to run to, which is why we put him first. But we have a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, you
Okay.
don't get to sit down so fast.
Okay.
So anyway, I want to formally say hello and welcome everyone. Today is our last town board meeting of 2022, and unfortunately, your last town board meeting. So we would be remiss if we didn't celebrate you and thank you for all the great things you did this year. So I have, let's see, a little speech.
Okay.
Just don't be behind me.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I'm supposed to go. I'll sit up there.
All right, so we've got a few things.
Actually.
Okay, so as 2022 comes to a close, we must sadly say goodbye to Chris Hildenbrand, who has served the town board for the past year. I've known Chris since law school in the early 90s, and I knew the incredible work that he did with our sports teams also and leading the Newcastle Baseball and Softball Association. So when I asked Chris to meet for breakfast at Bobo's to entice him to run for town board, I was certain that he would be a phenomenal council member. I'm not sure that he was quite so certain, nor was Kathy, but at that breakfast. But then fast forward to today, and I can't imagine the past year without Chris. When he first took office, the community was divided, but Chris brought insight, respect, intelligence, collegiality, and tireless enthusiasm to the town board. And Chris, Newcastle is better because of your service.
Thank you.
So Chris has truly embraced the role of town councilman, and he put Newcastle first in all actions and decisions. Whether it was working side by side with the Recreation Commission, helping to steer the Conservation Board as its liaison, or looking at additional affordable housing opportunities in our business hamlets, or the myriad of other things that we did and issues that came before the board, Chris never failed to consider Newcastle and its residents above all else. And really, shouldn't that be the most important trait we look for in our elected officials? Yes. Chris's ability to be a calm, rational, and persuasive voice of reason has enabled him to represent Newcastle extremely well. He has served with honesty and integrity, and he can retire proudly knowing that he had a significant impact on our town. Whether we know Chris from sports or from his time as a public servant, his leadership will be missed, for Chris has contributed to Newcastle in countless ways. It has been an honor to serve with you, Chris, on the board, as both a colleague and a friend. So on behalf of the entire town of Newcastle, I want to thank you for coming to that breakfast at Bobo's, thank you for running for office, and thank you for all you have done for Newcastle. So the town has a proclamation for you. In recognition and gratitude on behalf of the town of Newcastle to Christian G. Hildenbrand, spelled correctly. Thank you for your selfless service to the Newcastle community, your efforts to bring residents together to preserve the true meaning of community, and your dedicated work with the town's Conservation Board and Recreation Commission. Our community is richer for your contributions. With deep gratitude and heartfelt thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was very nice.
Oh, of course.
Well, I made my speech already. So.
Yes, you don't need another one. We do have another proclamation here from Senator Pete Harcum, who could not be here today. They're on some senator retreat. But I know Vicki wanted to read that for you, so come on up.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I am so honored to read Pete Harcum's proclamation on behalf of the New York State Senate, and I'm sure he does it with the same spirit that Assemblyman Burdick read his. So, since Pete is not here, I will read the entire proclamation. I hope I can see all the words here. So, proclamation from Senator Pete Harcum, recognizing Chris Hildenbrand for his public service to the community of Newcastle. Whereas it is fit and proper to recognize the achievement of individuals who substantially contribute to the vitality of their communities and the entire Empire State, and whereas it's the intent of this legislative body to honor and extol those individuals and organizations who perform exemplary service on behalf of their communities and state, and whereas attendant to such concern, I, New York State Senator Pete Harcum, am proud to honor Chris Hildenbrand for his selfless and dedicated service to the Newcastle community. And whereas Chris received his JD from Fordham Law and BA in Government from Dartmouth College, where he is still an active participant of the Dartmouth College Alumni Campaign, and whereas Chris has lived in Chappaqua for over 2 decades and has been an active member of the community, he has spent a decade as a volunteer coach in baseball, softball, and American youth soccer. He also served on the board and then as president of Newcastle Basketball and Softball Association. And whereas from 2015 to 2017, Chris served on the Newcastle Town Board's Mandate Relief Committee, where he analyzed state and county unfunded mandates and reported them to the town board for recommended actions. And whereas Chris was elected to the Newcastle Town Board in November 2021, diligently worked with the Conservation Board and Recreation Commission, and provided thoughtful, reasoned, and intelligent leadership in his town board role, as well as spearheaded the legislative change to provide housing in below-grade apartments. And whereas outside the town, both Chris and his wife volunteer as mentors for campus-bound scholars, helping first-generation college kids navigate the process, as well as participate as a serial dog foster family for the New Chance Animal Rescue. And whereas it is the sense of this legislative body that when individuals of such noble aims and accomplishments are brought to our attention, it is appropriate to publicly proclaim and commend them for their edification and emulation of others. And now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, New York State Senator Pete Hartcomb, recognize and honor that in Chris Hildenbrand we have an individual worthy of the highest respect and esteem. Congrats, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Should I pretend I'm Pete
Thank you,
Hartcomb?
Senator Harkin.
Turn right onto South Greeley Avenue.
Okay.
Thank you. That was a mouthful.
Yeah, it was
Thank you.
longer than it was actually spelled. Very true.
So, we are waiting for one other elected official, but I would like to open this up. If anyone has anything, I feel like a couple people might have wanted to say something, so if anyone has anything they would like to say to Chris, the mic is open. Feel free to come up and embarrass him further.
Don't do it.
Come on, you know you
Well,
want to.
I haven't written anything,
Yeah, it was just
but I can't resist getting in front of a microphone. I just want to say to Chris, as just a resident of Newcastle, and a friend of yours, before you made your foray into local politics, I always knew you as a person of principle, heart, and integrity. You called balls and strikes, no pun intended. And I always knew that you would bring that to your role in this town, and you have. You've made us all really proud, and I thank you for the sacrifices you made to do that. Kathy, I know you're here. I thank you and your family for doing that. It's not easy to put yourself in the arena, particularly in this day and age. And I just thank you for your courage in not in 1 inch wavering, the tremendous person that you are all throughout this, and for always taking the high road. And I hope you know that there is a community full of love for you. It was before, it's even stronger now, and thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, why not? Hi everyone, Allie Shemtov. Chris, I have not known you for a very long time, but in the short amount of time that I know you, a lot of what Warren just said, I feel the same way. You clearly are a person of principles and integrity, and a big reason why I am here is because of you. And I hope you set the bar very high, and I just hope that I could kind of live up to that example that you set for the town. So thank you for your service to the town of Newcastle. It's appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, does anyone else?
People should stick around, there's a ton of food and there are more speeches.
Okay, yes, so please, there's food all individually wrapped, very COVID friendly. Thank you, Jill, Tiffany, and Lauren for putting this nice event together. And we'll come back, but do you have anything else you want to say? You're looking at me.
No.
All right, so again.
I'm saying, please don't say anything else. That's
I
fine.
just really, Chris, want to say thank you. The town's really just a better place.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Lisa, I want to say something.
Oh, sure, come on up.
So close.
So, Chris, I was very brief. I think that it is important at a crucial moment you stepped up. It's not very easy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that.
We have our wonderful county legislator here, Vedat Gashi, who has something else he would like to say, and then I'm gonna close the program. Come on up.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
So I'm sorry to have made you all wait, but I appreciate this honored position at this part of the state. So on behalf of the Board of Legislators for Westchester County, we put together a proclamation to honor the work that Christian has done for Newcastle and on behalf of Newcastle. Appreciate very much your service. And there's a lot of whereases, but I understand it's towards the end of the day, and I don't want to keep you all. But I did want it known that resolve that on December 17th, we hereby proclaim that to be Christian Hildenbrand Day in Westchester County. And that the text of this proclamation will be carried throughout the county for all people of goodwill to forever know. But what it doesn't say is that at the Jumbotron at the county center, it's going to say that. So feel free to go and admire that. So, yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Oh. Thank you. It's really one of the coolest things ever. Thank you very much. I will be there. Appreciate that. Thanks so much. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Exactly. That's right.
So that Jumbotron's a little cooler than ours. And the schools don't seem to object to that one.
CCSD say it was okay?
Yeah, they don't get to say anything there. Chris, a couple more things. So Chris, we know that this job has driven you to drink just a little bit, so we have a gift for you to say thank you very much.
Okay.
As well as something from the Historical Society.
Oh, cool.
Also to say thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Now we're
Thank you
officially
very
done.
much. That's it.
We're officially
Thank
done.
you all. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
But we're not letting you leave because you still have a meeting to attend.
need it.
All right, thank you everybody for coming to honor Chris and say thank you.